How are you guys doing? How are you doing? You know, I just want to go more further part two about my previous video when I was talking about the government and the people, the one they are doing very wrong, especially this refinery issue. But before I talk about that, let me just take on our slave president. You know, the man like to catch blues. When Mr. Slave President goes see that the whole atmosphere is so quiet, he just throw some lambas, telling his other senators that this is not a night party. You fam, how did you get to that level? Does it mean that those are our senators members? They do clubbing. They do wine on wine, the stress is too much. that one is just a side attraction. Anyways, that is for Mr. Senate President. They usually throw lambas, usually throw some plain stuff. The man like to catch cruise. So guys, let's dive into straight to the main cocoa of the day. You see, this is what African leaders, Nigerian leaders are doing. It is not cool. Now, they have suddenly realized that the youth want to protest. Mr. President is saying it's needless, that they are handling it, they are working on it. How? This is over a year. There is no way you are going to handle it, there is no way you are going to work on it if you do not bring down the cost of fuel, the cost of diesel. And somebody is trying to make that works. The richest man in Africa, and other Nigerians frustrating the man, telling the whole world that what the man is producing is substandard, that the one they are importing is not better. You are rubbishing your country because of your selfish interest, because of your nefarious act, pushing more Nigerians into poverty. Do you know the cost of 4 families now to feed? They cannot even feed just 4 families. Maybe let's say 2 kids and the man and the wife, 4. They can't even feed proper food. Do you know how many people this man is going to employ if that refinery comes up? And somebody is there. I don't even know up till now they have not sacked that man that make that kind of speech. Can you imagine? This is what we are talking about, that we don't have leaders. How can you downgrade your country, something that is coming up in your country like that? I want to make an example. This Dubai of today, that most of our Nigerian so-called leaders, all these African leaders, so-called politicians, because we don't even know now. I think now we have two, the Yahoo politicians and the Yahoo boys. This Dubai they are running into now, growing their GDP while their own is going down. It wasn't like that before. But the leaders of those countries came together and decided to make it work. Why can't they make their own works? There's one thing in life that is very constant. It's change. And change can happen at any time. At any fucking time, bro. Because it's constant. That is one thing that is constant in life. Change. and they are gonna learn. You can't keep impoverishing people and you think it's cool. It's not cool. The money that's supposed to invest in education, invest in health, invest in good road, invest in insecurity. Tell me today, go to any state in Nigeria, how many states in Nigeria you can successfully count 4 factories? None. In the whole 36 states, do your analogy, do your analysis, do your investigation. How many states? The China today that everybody depend on importing from, go and check. Everywhere is factory. Employ people, making sure that unemployment reduce. Now, somebody want to do it in your country, you are frustrating the person, telling him that what he's producing is substandard. You can imagine. That kind of level of you see, the Nigerian leaders, whoever is in power, it is cabal. Who are they? Who are those cabals? Look, listen guys, this is a reality. There's no way you are happy, you are enjoying, and your neighbor is not happy and you think it's cool. It's not cool, fam. It's not cool. You have to do something. Very good. The government have approved the 70,000 naira, but you see that 70,000 naira, which is kudos to them, is recommended, but you have to do some other things to make sure that 70,000 naira is sustainable, is worth it. You have to bring the cost of fuel down, the cost of diesel, and we have somebody that are trying to do that, break that chain. Somebody somewhere comes to the world and tell the world that what the man is producing is substandard. I don't even know why they have not fired him at this moment. You should sack him so that he will see and know what is Nigeria, so that he will feel it, because he is there making money. He doesn't know what's going on. He can afford to buy rice, one bag of rice, 200,000, because he's having free money. Once they sack him, he will see what Nigeria is. Just like some other people, like former governor of Central Bank, former Senate president, they are getting it hard now. It's not good. That's what makes the high population of Nigerians wallowing in abject poverty. No good schools. Go to any state now, go and check their primary health care center. It's dead. It's as good as dead. It's not functioning. Why? Because of all those corruptions. Corruption have eaten deeps in Nigeria, in Africa, beyond unimaginable. And the so-called leaders, the so-called politicians think it's cool. You can see what happened in Kenya of recent. It is high time the government of the day have to rethink, have to retrieve their steps, have to remember that if you think that you can eat and your neighbor have not eaten, that is dangerous. That is very, very dangerous. In a country where food is becoming a problem, people cannot feed. To feed is like a war. To eat, if you make a measure, put some certain things in place to bring the cost of commodities down. Even if you are paying somebody 50,000, it might worth it. Way back, maybe like 20 years back, somebody are earning 30,000 naira and they'll be able to build, they'll be able to buy cars because the money have a value. But now, even if you are paying somebody 200,000 naira, it's nothing because every commodity is on the rise size. But if fuel is down, because let's make this analogy. The traders, whatever they are selling to the end users, they have to transport themselves to go and get it. Then those transportation, what do they use? Either they use fuel or they use diesel. And all those things are above of 1,000 naira. So by the time they go there and get those commodities, coming back, when they put all those charges, those same charges are going back to the end users, the customers. They are the one to pay the highest. So maybe at the end of the day, one product costs like 500, but when they put their charges and everything, transportation is 1,000. Now they sell that commodities to the end users, to the customers at the rate of 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, depend on their individual conscience. Do you blame them? No, because everybody is trying to survive. Look, let me tell you, except you are dead. If you are not dead, you must find a way to survive in any means. That is what government doesn't know. That when you make people blessed, when you make people idle, they indulge in other social vices. And you keep pushing money into insecurity. No, you need to switch off the tap, fam. Off the tap, not to mop the floor. Off the tap from the switch. That is the best way to go. Not to mop the floor. Instead of you pumping money into security, why can't you build factory, employ people, take people from the street? And you are saying they should not protest. And you know the right thing to do, and you are not doing it. But you guys keep busy sharing money there. Some people will just wake up, you hear how some people take 30 billions away in a country where the masses are wallowing in poverty, where a full family cannot feed. That's ridiculous. That's terrible. That's dangerous, disastrous. Well, this is going to the so-called politicians, the so-called leaders. What's going to be your legacy? You should just know that it's not for long. Everything comes and go. You are there today, you might not be there tomorrow. The jollof rice that is under pot in the morning can be on top cooler in the afternoon. You can ask Emefele, you can ask Ekwere Madu. Those people have been there before, enjoying themselves. But look at it today. Life's happen. So you that are there today, you think it doesn't concern you. Just remember that everything's come and go. And all these billions, all these millions, you are embezzling, you are taking away, making your people to be poorer and poorer. You still die and leave all those things behind. You can't access your money when you die. You cannot have access to your money when you buy. You are embezzling it because of your greediness. It's not cool, fam. You are putting the generations to come, the unborn children to come in poverty already. And you think it's cool. You all is going to learn. And you guys are going to learn in the hard way. Change is constant. And it can happen at any times. The leaders, the African leaders, you guys should think and do the right things. You guys should think and do the right things, because it cannot continue like this. Yes, This is reality. It cannot continue like this. Think you are getting it cool now, but remember, it's just a question of time. Time will come, you will no more there. Because there was a time you are not there, somebody else was there before you. So you will come and go. Everything's come and go. Nothing is permanent in this life. Everything is temporary. But you are there, you forget everything. Don't worry. It will happen to you. Former central bank governor never knew that this is how Nigeria is. But look at him today. He's facing it. Now he knows the difference from Nigeria and the country. That is what we are saying, fam. Do the right things. African leaders, Nigerian leaders, you are a politician, you are whoever you are. Just know it's just a temporary. Okay? It's just a temporary. Because all these things, we are still going to leave it behind. You go 6 feet down. But your legacy will be there for long. If you do good, you'll be there. If you do bad, you'll be there. If you embezzle, your name is going to be there. If you siphon, call it whichever name you want. Your name will be there. There are some people today, they call their names. Or in future, even their family cannot even recognize with it. You know, because of their nefarious activism, their embezzlement. Thank you so much, guys. Please do well to subscribe to my channel and hit up the right button. Share, likes my videos till I come to your way again. This is the continuity of bad governance in Africa, in Nigeria. Say no to bad governance. Thank you so much, guys. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa. One love.